for you?
It's been a very difficult 12 days, really. Michael gave so much of himself to the world. He died too soon.
At 78, it looks like Stevie Wonder is finally ready to confirm some of the rumors that fans have been talking about for years. If you're wondering what these rumors are, well, they include everything from a possible relationship with Diana Ross, to a rumored rivalry with Michael Jackson, and even clashes with Berry Gordy over creative control.
And in my case, because of the rumors, misinformation and all that, even some of the artists believed it.
Then there's the drama in his personal life. His own cousin once tried to extort money from him, and even other family members did the same.
My daddy
You know, he's blind. He's blind.
Yeah.
He's also been sued multiple times, first by Lloyd Chiate for plagiarism, then by a former girlfriend. It's a lot, so let's dive in. Allegations of a romantic relationship with Diana Ross. There were many rumors during the Motown days. One big rumor was about Stevie Wonder and Diana Ross. People said they might have had a romantic relationship. They spent a lot of time together at Motown. Both were very famous and talented. They worked closely in the same building with the same people. So it was easy for people to think something more was going on. But there was no proof. Stevie and Diana never said they were more than friends. Even so, people kept talking. That's how Motown was, full of music, friendships, and sometimes love stories. Smokey Robinson, another big name at Motown, spoke openly about his past with Diana Ross.
Smokey, thank you very much, but what are you doing here? I thought you were in Burbank doing your show. No, wait, baby, this is my mic.
He said they had a real affair. It happened while he was married to his first wife, Claudette Rogers. Smokey shared this in an interview years later. He said the affair lasted for about 1 year. He didn't plan it. Diana didn't plan it either. But it happened. He called the relationship beautiful. He still thinks kindly of Diana. He said she is still a friend and a beautiful lady in his eyes.
Well, it lasted probably longer than it should because I was married at the time.
The affair did not last. Diana ended it. Smokey said she told him she couldn't continue. She knew his wife, Claudette. She also knew Smokey still loved his wife. Smokey said he truly loved his wife, even during the affair. He learned that love can be hard to understand. He said people can love more than one person at the same time, even if the world says that's wrong.
Stevie Wonder. Now, someone told me this earlier. Are you related to Stevie?
He's our cousin.
How have I gone that long in life
Not
without...
a lot of people know that. He's our cousin on my mother's side.
Stevie and Michael Jackson were both big stars. They worked together on a few songs. One of those songs was called Just Good Friends.
You didn't see her eyes on me, no.
A monster single.
When they sang together, they sounded great. They had different voices, but when they joined, it was special. Many fans enjoyed hearing them together. People could tell they had fun working side by side. Even though they were both very famous, they did not show any signs of fighting or being jealous in public. Their teamwork looked friendly and full of respect. In the music world, artists often get compared. The media, fans, and record companies sometimes push this. They talk about who is selling more albums or who is more popular. This can cause pressure. Some people like to say one singer is better than the other. Even when artists are friends, these comparisons can make things tense. Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson were both winning awards and making hit songs. Because of that, people sometimes wondered if they were in competition. But there was no real proof that they were angry at each other or trying to outdo one another. Even though the industry can be competitive, Stevie and Michael showed kindness to one another. Stevie spoke kindly about Michael many times. He never said bad things about him. When Michael Jackson died, Stevie Wonder was very sad. He said the world lost someone special. He shared his feelings in a loving way. Stevie said that Michael was more than just a star. He was someone who cared and gave love through music. This showed that Stevie truly respected him.
Michael gave so much of himself to the world. He died too soon. It's a very painful moment. It's sort of surreal. It's sort of like, as much as I know it's true, I can't believe it.
When Stevie joined Motown as a young boy, he didn't have much say in what he could sing or write.
I didn't even like his singing. I mean, what I liked was his harmonica playing because he was so great as a harmonica player, and his singing voice I did not like.
He was just a kid, so the company made most of the decisions for him. Stevie was very talented, but he had to follow the rules of the company. Berry Gordy at the time liked to be very involved in how the music sounded. He had strong ideas about what kind of music would sell well. Because of this, he often made the final choices about songs, albums, and even how the singers looked. As Stevie Wonder got older, he started to feel unhappy with the way things were done. He loved music deeply and wanted to express his own ideas. He didn't want to just sing songs that someone else picked for him. He wanted to write and produce his own music. By the time he turned 21, he had already been with Motown for many years. He had learned a lot and had his own ideas about the kind of music he wanted to make. So, when his contract with Motown was about to end, he decided to take a stand. He told Motown that if they wanted him to stay, they had to give him full control over his music. This was a big move, and not many artists at the time had this kind of power. Motown agreed to his request. After that, Stevie Wonder began to create music in his own way. He started working on albums that had deep meaning and new sounds. One of his first albums with full control was called Music of My Mind.
And I just wanna tell the world that I love you so.
It showed a different side of Stevie. He used new instruments and wrote songs that talked about love, life, and problems in the world. He was no longer just a singer. He became a true artist. But not everyone at Motown liked this change. Berry Gordy had a certain way he wanted things done, and Stevie's style didn't always match that. There were times when Stevie and Gordy did not agree on the direction of the music. Besides creative problems, there were also money issues. Motown had a way of doing business that made some artists upset. For example, they often took money from the artists to pay for recording costs. They also took a big part of the artists' earnings for managing their careers. At first, many singers didn't understand how this worked, but as they got older, they began to question these things. Stevie Wonder was one of them. He may have felt like he was not getting what he truly earned. This caused some tension between him and the company.
And in my case, because of the rumors, misinformation and all that, even some of the artists believed it.
Even though Stevie had problems with Motown, he stayed and made some of the best music of his career. But his journey shows how hard it can be for artists to have control over their own work, especially when they are part of a big company like Motown. Stevie Wonder's fight for freedom helped change the way artists were treated. His story is important because it shows the power of standing up for your own voice.
And why do you think your music has such a strong reception in so many countries around the world?
I hope that it's because they can feel the love in my music. My love for them, my love for life, and my optimism.
One of the most shocking problems happened after his longtime attorney passed away. That attorney's wife ended up suing Stevie for a large amount of money. Back in the early 1970s, Stevie was still very young and just starting to grow in the music industry. Even though he had already made some great songs, he was not getting paid what he truly deserved. Motown was giving him very little money. In 1971, Stevie decided to take control of his career. He hired a lawyer named Johannan Vigoda to help him. Vigoda was known for being smart, loud, and full of energy. He fought for Stevie and helped him get the money he earned. Vigoda helped Stevie earn up to 95% of the money from a song, even if Stevie didn't write it. That was a big deal and helped Stevie build his wealth. Stevie was blind, so he had to trust others to read and explain things to him. Because of that, he trusted Vigoda to read contracts and tell him what they said. Vigoda took advantage of this trust. He made a contract that gave him 6% of all of Stevie's music income, not just while he was alive, but even after he died. This meant that even when Vigoda was no longer alive, Stevie would still have to pay money to Vigoda's wife and family. And even worse, the contract said this payment would go on forever. Stevie's family would also have to keep paying Vigoda's family even after Stevie passed away. Stevie worked with Vigoda for 40 years. During that time, Stevie believed his attorney had his best interest at heart. But sadly, Vigoda wasn't honest. He read the contract out loud to Stevie but left out the most important and unfair parts. Stevie didn't know he had agreed to something that would last for generations. After Vigoda died in 2011, Stevie's business team continued to send payments to Vigoda's wife for about 2 years. Stevie didn't know this was still happening. Once he found out, he asked his team to stop paying her. He was shocked that money was still going out without his knowledge. When the payments stopped, Vigoda's widow, Susan Strack, became very angry. In 2015, she sued Stevie Wonder for $7 million. She said that Stevie was still supposed to pay her based on the contract her husband had made. Susan believed that her husband made a fair deal. She said that her husband worked hard for Stevie for 4 decades and deserved the 6% payment. She also said Stevie knew about the lifetime agreement, but Stevie told the court he never knew the contract said he had to pay Vigoda's family forever. Since he could not read the contract himself, he depended on Vigoda to tell him the truth. And according to Stevie, Vigoda never told him the full story. The lawsuit dragged on for a while. Stevie and Susan Strack's legal teams had to go through many long talks and paperwork. Finally, in 2017, they reached a private settlement. The details were not shared with the public, but both sides agreed to end the fight. They signed a settlement deal on July 31, 2017. The court was informed that both parties had reached an agreement after a long and complicated discussion. Stevie also faced a health scare in 1973. He had a strange feeling that something bad was going to happen to him. He even told a magazine that he felt like death was near, even though he had no reason to think that way. Not long after that, he was in a terrible car accident. But Stevie's life took a dark turn not long after Talking Book was released. Just a year later, in 1973, he was almost killed in a serious car accident. Stevie was riding with his cousin on a highway in North Carolina when a truck carrying wood hit their car from behind. Stevie's head hit the car's dashboard hard, causing a serious skull injury. He fell into a coma.
They rushed to the hospital to see their fallen friend the day after the accident. With Stevie in a coma, his friends and family tried desperately to get through to him with their words.
Ira Tucker, a close friend, visited Stevie in the hospital and was shocked. Stevie's head was extremely swollen from the injury, and he looked unrecognizable. No one could get through to him, and everyone worried about his chances. Tucker knew Stevie loved music, so he thought maybe music could reach him in some way. He started singing Higher Ground, one of Stevie's new songs from his Inner Visions album. At first, Stevie didn't react, but after a while, he showed small signs of responding.
Stevie's confidant and tour manager Ira Tucker finally broke through when he began to sing Higher Ground.
After a week, Stevie finally woke up from his coma. Just 2 weeks later, he was already joking and entertaining the hospital staff with his lively personality. He didn't let the accident keep him down, showing his strong spirit and love for life. In 2012, Stevie filed for divorce from his wife, Kai Morris. Their divorce was private, but it was said to be very expensive. The details were not shared with the public, but it was another personal hardship Stevie had to go through. Despite the problems, Stevie kept going with his music and tried to stay strong. Stevie Wonder also had to face another legal case. In 2013, a woman named Angela McAfee, who said she was his ex-girlfriend, filed a lawsuit against him. She asked for $30 million. She said Stevie had promised to support her for life. She also claimed that Stevie had given her a disease. Stevie's lawyer denied this and said it wasn't true. In return, Stevie said that after the breakup, she took many things from his home, including expensive furniture and music equipment. This case showed how messy personal relationships can become, especially when money is involved. Stevie learned this firsthand. His cousin, Alpha Walker, tried to extort him, to get money from him by force. Walker, along with his girlfriend, Tamara Diaz, wanted Stevie to pay them millions of dollars, or they would release a video to the public that could hurt his reputation. Walker didn't start with a small demand. He wanted a staggering $10 million at first. When Stevie didn't respond, he lowered the demand to $5 million. And when that still didn't work, he went down to $500,000. But even with these huge demands, Stevie wasn't budging. Stevie wasn't about to give in to Walker's threats. So, what was in this video? According to reports, the video was basically an 80-minute rant where Walker criticized and blamed Stevie for many things. Walker showed the home of Stevie's late mother, which was in poor condition, and he even included footage of Stevie's young son. Walker seemed to think that his struggles in life were somehow Stevie's fault, and he wanted to get back at him for it. He accused Stevie of all kinds of things, including being a slumlord, a landlord who doesn't care for their properties, and even said disturbing things about Stevie's family life. But Stevie wasn't about to pay up. Instead, law enforcement got involved, and a sting operation was set up to catch Walker. Walker went along with the plan and thought he would get his money, but instead, he found himself in handcuffs. He and his girlfriend were arrested and taken to court. In court, Walker tried to defend himself by saying he had a right to make and sell the video. He claimed that since he made the video, he should be allowed to share it. However, this argument didn't work at all. In the end, Walker and Diaz pleaded no contest, meaning they didn't fight the charges against them. For his crime, Walker was sentenced to 292 days in jail, along with probation and mandatory counseling. Diaz, his girlfriend, also received the same punishment. After this ordeal, Stevie Wonder was able to move on, knowing he had not given in to the unfair demands of his own cousin.
You can't ride a storm without some effect. You can't steal the spoil and not pay the debt.
In 2012, Stevie Wonder gave an interview where he spoke about singer Frank Ocean. Frank had shared that he was gay, and it became big news in the media. When Stevie was asked about it, he said something that upset many people. He said that some people who think they are gay might be confused. His words made many feel hurt and angry. They felt like Stevie was saying being gay was not real or was just a mistake. This made some fans feel sad because they looked up to him. Later, Stevie Wonder spoke again to make things clear. He said he was sorry for what he said. He explained that he did not mean to hurt anyone. He said that his words were misunderstood. Stevie said that he never wanted to judge anyone for who they love. He said people can love whoever they want. He believed love is a good thing, no matter who it's between. He said love can be between a man and a woman and another woman, or a man and another man. For him, all love should be respected. Stevie also said the world needs more love and less hate. He believed people should not judge each other. He wanted more peace and kindness. He said that in his music and his life, he always tried to support love. He wanted people to know he supports all kinds of love. He hoped his apology would help people understand that he cares. His message in the end was clear: no hate, no prejudice, just more love and understanding.
You know that
we'll be jamming until the break of.
For many years, rumors have circulated about Stevie Wonder and his daughter, Aisha Morris. Some people believe that Stevie and Aisha were distant, or that Stevie was not always present in her life. As Aisha grew older and pursued her own path in music, these rumors only got stronger. Despite the gossip, Aisha has been close to her father and has even worked with him on several projects, such as his 2005 album, A Time to Love.
You can't ride a storm without some effect. You can't steal the spoil and not pay the debt.
Her music is often soulful, with a blend of R&B and jazz, which is known as the Wonder family sound. Recently, Aisha spoke openly in a YouTube video to clear up misunderstandings about her relationship with her famous father.
My daddy
You know, he's blind. He's blind.
Yeah.
Now 47, she shared what it was like to grow up as Stevie Wonder's daughter. Aisha explained that she felt a lot of pressure to live up to her father's legacy, and that maintaining a private life was hard due to Stevie's fame. Despite these challenges, she has followed in his footsteps as a musician, songwriter, and producer. Like her father, she also uses her music to speak about social and political issues. In the interview, Aisha shared that music has been a special way for her to stay connected to her father, even during difficult times. She also confirmed that Stevie Wonder is her father, addressing the public rumors once and for all. This revelation received mixed reactions from fans and the media. Many praised Stevie and Aisha for being honest about their relationship, highlighting Stevie's long-standing reputation as a family man.
It's amazing 13-year-old singing star, Stevie Wonder. So let's have a fine hand.
In 1963, Stevie Wonder made history. He was only 13 years old when his song Fingertips became #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
Come on, now everybody sing yeah!
No other solo artist that young had done that before. People were surprised and excited to see someone so young become so successful. This made Stevie very popular, and he quickly became a star in the music world. In the 1970s, Stevie Wonder's music became even better. Many people say this was the best time of his career. In 1972, he released 2 albums, Music of My Mind and Talking Book. One song from Talking Book was called Superstition. It had a very special sound from a keyboard called the Hohner clavinet. That song became very famous. After that, he made more great albums, Inner Visions in 1973, Fulfilling This First Finale in 1974, and Songs in the Key of Life in 1976. All 3 of these albums won Grammy Awards for Album of the Year. Stevie was the first person to win with 3 albums in a row like that. In the 1980s, Stevie became even more famous. His songs sold more copies. He worked with big stars like Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. He sang on TV and helped with charity events. He used his fame to help others and speak about important issues. People loved his music, but they also respected how he helped the world. Stevie sold over 100 million records all around the world. He won 25 Grammy Awards, more than any other male solo artist. He also won an Academy Award for a song in the movie The Woman in Red. He was added to many music halls of fame. Stevie also worked to help others, like when he asked for Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday to become a holiday. In 2009, he was named a United Nations Messenger of Peace. In 2014, he got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Stevie Wonder became more than a singer. He became a hero,